So I just finished watching Friday's Child. This was another hit and miss episode. There were some things I really, really liked, and there's some things that I just found dull. Basically, the team of Kirk, Spock, and Bones go down to this planet with a red shirt, who I think now has set the record for the fastest red shirt death. He dies within the first minute of setting foot on that planet. I was pretty impressed by that. I thought maybe he would get, a couple more minutes, whatever. They land, they meet the aliens, a Klingon shows up, the guy pulls his gun, and then he gets stabbed in the heart with a flying ninja star thing. And that was it. Talk about disposable characters. Wow. So that definitely made me laugh. The jokes in this episode were really funny. The action was kind of lame. And that's what was bugging me about it. Is I don't think this episode knew what it wanted to be, or if it did, it didn't really pull it off. There was this whole treaty negotiation, and there's these tribes on this planet, and of course, there's the good tribe and the bad tribe. The bad tribe does something sneaky and kills the leader of the good tribe, and Kirk and crew are on the run, and there's a pregnant lady who's played by Julie Newmar, which was a lot of fun. Now I kind of want to go watch Tu Wong Fu. So, anyway, there's this whole running thing, and that was pretty boring. Then there's this whole other plot of Scotty running the Enterprise, and them getting a distress signal from a ship, and going after it, only to discover that it was like a decoy, and that was a good little plot. I liked that in there. I did see the whole conclusion to figuring out that it was a decoy from the get-go, but it was still fun. There were some good lines. There was a great one where Scotty says, there's an old Earth saying, "Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me." And all of a sudden, Chekhov pipes up and goes, "Yes, I know that. That is Russian." And I love Chekhov's little things. Everything has to come from Russia. Really funny. I'm liking this character more and more. So the stuff on the Enterprise, that was exciting. Them chasing on the ship, we never really see it. There's no big space battle, but it built tension, and they get like another message, and they're not sure if it's real or not. And Scotty says, "Ignore it," and they're all like, "Are you serious?" He's like, "I'm taking the blame for this if something goes wrong." I like that. That showed some interesting things about his character. Back to the planet, again, boring. I think part of it is the people that they met on this planet were not interesting. They were supposed to be like these physically superior humanoids. They didn't look it, and especially the fact that they wore spandex with shag carpet capes really killed it. And it was like bright pink. The color scheme was just awful for their costumes, and that's one area where, the special effects definitely are not holding up. It was an eyesore to watch, and they weren't interesting characters at all. They were all just kind of stock villains. The Klingon wasn't that interesting, and that was a disappointment because the last time we met the Klingons, Kor, I think was his name, if I remember correctly, whatever his name was, but the Klingon that we met in that episode, well, the episode wasn't all that great. He was a lot of fun. I thought he was a villain. This Klingon, I don't know his name. I don't know anything about him. He was dull. So, this episode, the jokes were funny. The interaction of McCoy and the princess, and then later McCoy and the baby, and Spock's reactions to all that, that was funny. The jokes, they nailed the jokes. Everything else in this episode was kind of put in this like mediocre style. Not a awful episode, but not one I would recommend. So that's all I've got for this one, and I will see you guys later.